Guys, I'm installing the Opt7 grill kit on a 2024 Dodge Durango RT. I already started on it because I didn't really know if I was going to do a video or not, but it's pretty tedious, I'm not going to lie. But I'm going to tell y'all some tricks to make this way easier. You ain't got to take the bumper off. I'm halfway done without doing it. So, first, all you got to do is there's this big panel, and this panel sits up here. Oh, wrong way, sorry. Like this. And there's 4 little tabs. You're gonna pop those out and then pull this back, and like this lip will come out from underneath. And then after you do that, you got to reach under. You're gonna need a 1/4-inch extension and a star bit. But right there, as you can see that hole, there will be a screw with a star bit. I forgot which one I used, but it is these screws. And if you drop them, don't worry. At the bottom of the grill down here, there's a little panel. It'll catch it, and just use something magnetic and get it out. I had to do that. Those screws is probably the hardest part. You got to reach them in there and get that bolt out. There's 4 of them, 2 on each side. You should be able to catch the 2 that are on these parts, but the ones further over, I couldn't catch them. I just let them drop, and then I got them out. I have a magnetic screwdriver. So then you pop the little tabs out. There's going to be 3 on each side. I was trying to spread the pieces and put it out. All you got to do is this little tab right here. You just push it down and then pull on this at the same time, and it'll come right out. It wasn't very difficult. Now, for running the wires, so I'll turn my flashlight on to show you guys. What I'm gonna do is I ran the lights down along the horn. So if you run down along the horn, it don't matter if these wires dangle. As long as it's tight where it's not like bouncing against the radiator, you should be good. So I'm gonna run it tight and drop it down to the middle, and I'll show you what to do next. Next part, you want to guide it through the grill on the bottom side. If yours don't have this middle piece, it's even easier, but mine had it. So run that piece, run the lights over here, and then what you want to do is get your lights to the very edge of the top right here, and then start peeling the tape and stick your finger through here and just slowly push it on all the way across. And then when you sit up, you don't see nothing, and I didn't take the whole bumper off. And then you run it all the way to the middle. Leave some tape on there, that way you can overlap this one with the other one, and get them lined up. And then you just do the same thing on the other side. And then I'm gonna zip tie the wires together and pull them up. I think what I'm gonna end up doing is this piece, I'm gonna run it over this middle piece so it has something to hold on to, and then I'm gonna tape it here, and then run it along the horn. Take it through these wires. If you pop this one tab out, you can use this little gap here to hide the wires, and then you can feed it through there all the way to your power thing. So I'm gonna put the remote up there with the power, but I just haven't done that yet. I got an inline fuse, so in case we have any issues. For right now, I'm going to do a fuse tap to the headlights eventually, so I only have to have the headlights on to turn them on. And yeah, this is where I'm going to mount the controllers right here. But other than that, it's really not that difficult. And then your actual grill lights, these, you want to see this little lip down here, and you just want to run it along that. I'm debating if I want to run it along the side of the headlight, because I don't, and then running it here all the way across to right here, just on this little lip. Now you're gonna have a bunch of exposed tape areas, which is fine, but it'll stick. And then if you ever see it loose when you're like popping the hood or something, it won't be nothing to, you know, retape it down. But that's what we're gonna do. Actually, I think those little screws that it comes with would be perfect. Screw it onto one of these little clips. Once you have everything done, then you don't have to worry about it ever coming off. But other than that, that's all you got to do. Like I've seen all these videos of taking the whole bumper off. I did not take the bumper off. I'm probably working at it about 35 minutes. Alright guys, I finally got everything done. I'm zip tying the wires right here together. Once I'm done, I'm giving them some slack right now. And then the top one, I zip tied it right here. Now a little advantage I've noticed, there's a clip right might not focus, right there on the side of the the grill, you can put the strip behind that and it'll literally hold it in place. And I'm going to show y'all whenever they're turned on. And then I did the same thing on this side. It's not, there it goes. It's right there behind that clip. And then I ran it up and it'll fit behind this piece. If you pop this little tab off, it'll come right up there. And then I got all these ran. I zip tied this to this little wire right here. And then I'm running them all the way under this trim piece. If you can't lift it up, you just pop one of these tabs off in the spot you need to lift and just keep going all the way down until you get to the edge. What I'm going to do is, fortunately for the Durangos, I got this little spot for, like, I guess harnesses. I'll just wrap the wire up and set it in here, and I'm going to do that with the rest of the wire. And then it'll close down and it'll be all in one spot. It's kind of ugly, but you ain't got to worry about it going anywhere. You ain't got to use no zip ties. It's locked in. And I'm going to run the one wire from the power supply plug to the controller. And I'm going to put the controller in here. So the only thing going to be in here is the controller. Then the wires are going to go here for the lights. And it's going to go here for the power supply. It's kind of easier that way, so it's not all messy. I could have done the power supply in here, but then I wouldn't be able to utilize this harness. So that's what I recommend. After that, you're pretty much done. I've probably been out here about 3 hours. Most of it was trying to figure out how I wanted to do it, not necessarily how to do it. So if y'all follow this method, you'll probably be done in an hour and a half. Alright guys, I got it all done. It took a little while, but I figured it out. I missed a zip tie I had to cut, so I had to take this piece back off. But as you can see down in here, I have it zip tied around this little square piece in the middle so that it won't go anywhere. And it's hidden because the bumper is in the way right there. And then I run it up where the horn is. And then the other one comes from up here. And everything's ran behind here. This looks kind of ugly, so I'll probably I'm going to probably just cut the wires and splice them to where they're shorter. I don't need all this extra wire. It had this little wiring harness holder or whatever, and I just wrapped the wires up and put it in here. The ideal place would be to stick it in, what's it called? In this spot right here, where I did the controller. I haven't stuck it on yet because you got to screw it in. I didn't have a drill bit. I might just tape it on there, but I'm going to have to pull the wires the rest of the way through and tape it on right here. I'll do that later. It ain't a big a deal. It ain't going nowhere right here, so it doesn't matter. And to the battery, I have it straight to the battery right now, or straight to this piece for the jump box, and it has an inline fuse. I highly recommend using one of those, but I'm gonna do a fuse tap later. But yeah, it's all done. It looks great. The Opt7 kit is pretty good. I've put it on other vehicles before, so I knew it was good quality, but I mean, this turned out great, and I'll turn out the light in a second and show you guys. I mean, look how good that looks. I mean, it's mean looking. So, it's pretty dang bright too. So yeah, that's all. Probably about 3 hour job if you don't know what you're doing. I didn't know what I was doing, so just make sure you get one of those little trim removal tools so you can take those little pieces off, a couple screws, or those little hex bolts. And those bolts, if you have trouble putting them in, honestly, I don't think it needs them, but it held on pretty good without them. But I put them in because I had a screwdriver extension. But yeah, and I'll show you guys some different colors. There's green, blue. There's a bunch of colors. The Bluetooth one has way more colors, but I didn't buy that one. But yeah, I think I like the red the most. Appreciate you guys sticking with it, and yeah, let me know what you think. If you have any questions, just ask me in the comments. I can let you know what I did for anything. But that's it, guys.